Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be continuing to take a look at a scenario of what if civilization started over. We are now on episode 45 of the series, and in the last episode we saw a lot happen, like some military alliances expanding a bit. We also saw some elections, and a lot more than that. And now we're going to be continuing. So first we're going to look at some elections. So, let's go over here to New Zealand here. They're having elections. Now, what are the candidates? Well, obviously there's a communist candidate and a fascist candidate. So let's go. Those are the two most popular, and then there's a third party, which is democracy. So let's look at the election. Let's see how much the communists got the vote. How much of the vote got that the communists have? The communists got 45.9% of the vote. Meanwhile, the fascists get 50.7% of the vote, and the Democrat got only 2% of the vote. So they elect a fascist leader. So New Zealand will elect a fascist leader. So that's not good if you're these guys over here. Or you. Iron Cross. Right here. Obviously you have to do the Iron Cross. That's the symbol for fascism in this country. In this series. It's actually the symbol for most fascist nations. Yeah, ideologies are still around. Whoa, what the? Now I'll get the white color. Yeah. What the? Yeah, so, so now there are now 3 fascist nations. And we're going to take a look elsewhere for the elections. So we're actually going to be looking up over here in Japan. They have 3 candidates: the communist candidate, the fascist candidate, and the democratic candidate. It's the same thing as us New Zealand had. So let's look at the fascist candidate first. They'll get 20% of the vote, which is a lot, but then we're gonna see the communists. They will get 50.9% of the vote, and the Democrats will get they actually get 49.98% of the vote. So it's close between the Democrats and the communists, but the communists have more votes. So now we can see that Japan has a communist leader. So let's go ahead and get this over here. We'll put it right next to their country here. So now there are 3 communist nations. Let's look at, let's go over here. So we're actually going to see a new alliance being formed. This time it's going to be between the communist nations of the world. And, there are 3 communist nations: Brazil, Crimea, and Japan. So what this alliance, I'm struggling to find a military alliance. So this one will be the Star military alliance. Yeah, stars. I mean circle. A circle military alliance between the communist nations. So every circle, yellow circle, is a communist nation. So yeah, not good. They also will make an economical alliance. This one will be like a right triangle economical alliance. Because they are communists, so their economies will be the same. So basically, all of these nations are in an alliance. They're a military alliance and they're economical alliance. And we're also going to take a look. There's also another alliance forming. This time it's between the fascist nations. God. We're gonna get, so this will be the Hexagon Alliance. Yeah, I'm struggling to find shapes right now. So basically, now that that's happened, so yeah, this could be bad for the world.
Oh, really? Wow.
Because we all know that communists and the fascists do not work well together. God, that's a bad hexagon. Anyway, they will make every fascist nation that's on here will be in this military alliance. That being Tanzania, Kazakhstan, and New Zealand. There's also going to be a new economical alliance between them. God, what shape do I use? This, a 4-point star economical alliance. This is so hard to do right now. But every 4-point star you see on the map is going to be the economical alliance of the fascists. Anyway, let's take a look at this area over here. So these 2 countries recently got their sovereignty from the red team. And would you look at that? They're collapsing. So we see this country actually make the first move. They'll send their troops into this country, immediately blitzing towards the capital city. Also, Baikal will also be entering into this country right here, because they are also collapsing. So they take over a lot of this land over here. Even Tibet, which that's just what I'm going to call them, will make an invasion into this country as well. Also sending their forces into, well, this country. Oh, I forgot about this. These guys also send their forces into this country. Now the red and blue team, India and Burma, will jump in on this opportunity to gain some land. So Indian troops will blitz towards the capital city, while Burmese troops will focus on taking as much land as possible. These guys will make an invasion force and connect up with these guys over here, trying to cut through and take the capital before the red team does. But these guys also takes all of this land right here. And these guys will make a quick invasion, trying to cut off the blue team, but they fail. We see them also invading more and more into this country. We see Baikal also go here. They blitz towards the capital and take the capital city of this nation. And now we see them take complete control of this nation. Their forces enter in, cutting off the Tibetans from gaining any more land. The blue team, seeing this, will quickly make sure that they can't gain any more land and cuts them off from expanding. And the red team captures the capital city. And they take the capital city, and the rest of the nation will fall. Let's go ahead and look at this peace treaty. So in the peace treaty, we see that all of these provinces right here will go over to this Pakistani country. So now we see that they are just quickly gaining land here. Baikal will actually gain most of this land right here, taking all of this land from them for themselves, including the provinces that they took. And the province of this country is now going to become a part of Baikal, and it's going to be transformed just into a major city of Baikal. And the province will stay the same though. Now for Tibet, they will only take a few provinces from this country, and the rest of these provinces will fall over to them. The red team will be taking most of this country's land here, including their capital city. And the blue team will, of course, take the rest of the country. We also see a treaty being formed, a land lease being signed between India and this country. The Indians will gain some provinces on the border here, just to fix the border here, because it looks a little terrible. So this is better now. And now we see the collapse of Tibet. Yeah, Tibet really wasn't gonna be very well since how much land they gotten a hold of. So now we see them collapsing, and Baikal will take this opportunity to send their forces in immediately as soon as they hear about the collapse of this nation. They will blitz towards the capital city of Tibet. They also will make some invasions into this newly acquired land they have. Also, we see that China will be making an amphibious invasion into the country, capturing their capital city, taking them over with relative ease, and getting to blitz over towards Baikal's forces. We see Korea jump in on the opportunity, and they begin to rapidly advance towards the middle here, hoping to cut off Baikal and the blue team from expanding, and China from expanding even more. And they actually managed to take over this area right here. We see the blue team making an invasion over here, taking over a large portion of provinces. They completely cut off the Chinese country. They begin to rapidly advance, and they actually set up a border with the Koreans. They also make an invasion over here to make their land look better. And they actually will manage to connect up their forces over here. Baikal also will make an invasion, some more invasions, taking major cities, and then something happens. A rebellion will take place in the country, and we see this area is very, very radical. And they have a government leaning towards they lean more towards fascism than communism. So we see the fascist rebellion taking over this land right here from Tibet. We even see another rebellion. This one is going to be the communist rebellion right here. These guys, they are very poor, and the farmers there are rebelling. Eventually, the communists and the fascists will meet up like this. And we can take a look at a peace treaty of this war. China will be taking a big chunk of provinces from this nation, including their capital province. And yeah, this is not good. At least they look a little like China now. Baikal will be annexing quite a bit of land from Tibet here, almost meeting up with the blue Chinese country, but they don't. Korea, they will take a majority of this land over here. A majority of these provinces really wanted to join up with Korea anyway, so that's what we see here. And we see the blue team will take a majority of land over here. And yeah, Burma is quite big now. Now, let me tell you guys something. This is not what Burma, this isn't the same Burma from episode 1. They have had so many elections throughout history of the series, and now they are what they are now. And now it's time to get, I'm gonna use some colors here. So hard to find colors now. So let's get 2 fascist country colors. So Kazakhstan's color, right here, and New Zealand's color, because these nations are both fascist. So that's this color right here. So these guys will be set up right over here. These provinces were the pro-fascist government rebellion area. So that's what we see here. And now we need the communist nations colors. So first, Crimea. We'll get Crimea's color first. And then we'll actually get Brazil's color, because they are a communist nation. And now we see that this is going to be the new color. And now we see this is where the communists were in the country. This is where the farmers rebelled. Yeah, they take quite a bit of this land. Now we have to go update this, because this is now going to be updated. So there's no longer 3 communist nations or fascist nations. They are now at 4. So let's immediately make their country have... Well, first we need their capital city. Hold on. We gotta give these guys capitals. So the fascist capital will go right here, and the communist capital will go right here. Now what we were trying to do... There. And they joined the military alliance, the Circle Alliance, with the Japanese. And they also joined the Economical Alliance. And now we can look at the fascists here. And they joined the Hexagon Alliance, Military Alliance. And they also joined the Star Alliance, the 4-point Star Economical Alliance. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So yeah. Let's go over here towards Africa. Where we see Egypt, taking some more, integrating the rest of this country, the rest of this country. They integrate these two puppet states right here, and they also integrate a couple of these provinces over here. So now Egypt is quite big. So yeah, this is actually pretty good for the Egyptians, because now their core territory is expanding. They are trying to gain access to the Atlantic Ocean. Well, that's why they did this. That's why they have puppet states. So now we can just yeet. Oh, and yeah. Also, over here in Brazil, they will absorb their entire original puppet state here. They will also absorb quite a bit of land over here. These are the provinces over here. So now their country is pretty big now. And now we can take a look over here. Let's look at Korea. They will actually be joining Quebec's military alliance. And now, let me give you a war draw. So originally, Quebec was very expansionist. Their monarch, their authoritarian leader was very expansionist. That's what led to World War III. They had and when the war ended, they had a change in government, and they were like pretty small here. Oh, my flashlight was on, sorry.
That was really bad. That was really bad. Give me it back, give me it back. Give me it back.
So yeah, now eventually they had very good relations with the Democratic and Republican nations. So that's why we saw them to form a defensive pact with Maine here. And they also formed a military and economical alliance with Maine, which quickly expanded over here to India and Burma. And now we're gonna see Korea actually join this military and economical alliance of Quebec. So it is the square. It is a square for the military. And a star for the economy. So yeah, this is interesting. Now we're actually going to take a look at a little war taking place. This war is just going to be between some Antarctic countries over here. So we see this purple Antarctic country making an invasion into the red Antarctic country. So yeah. They will be quickly invading into the nation. This here where we see outside powers, foreign powers enter into this war, specifically these two countries right here. So these guys will quickly be making an invasion into the red team, the red Antarctic country right here, quickly meeting up with the purple Antarctic country. Whoa. And yeah, and now we see this green, like mint green Antarctic country making an invasion into the red Antarctic country. Guess this is more of a darker red color. But yeah, we do see them quickly making an invasion into red Antarctica, blitzing towards their capital city. And they begin to go over, and they begin to quickly go around the capital. City. And they actually encircle the capital city of dark red Antarctica. They will begin to quickly advance closer and closer towards the capital. And they actually reach the gates of the capital city. They have it completely surrounded. And after that, we see them quickly advance towards this area right here. They quickly will advance for more and more until they reach this area, which they stop. Why do they stop? Because these guys are just gonna blitz through the country. They quickly just blitz through the nation here, cutting them off from expanding any more further. And basically, their forces are pretty strong compared to the red country. So that's why we see them make doing great work. So, the capital city of Dark Red Antarctica will fall over to mid-4 cities. Now let's look at this quick peace treaty. Oh, what the? So in the peace treaty, we actually see this country getting a few provinces right here from Red Antarctica. The Minsk country will take these provinces over here, including the capital province as well. And they take over all of this area right here. So yeah, that was all that. Yeah, that was gonna be the only war because my phone is rolling low on battery. So, this area just falls over to purple Antarctica. Yeah, a lot of this is due to, just the stability of this country was pretty low. So that's why we saw them just get invaded, because their stability was too low, and they were prone to have a rebellion, which at this time, rebellions tend to be a little too radical. That's what we saw in Tibet with the communists and the fascist rebellions. So that's why that was there. So these Antarctic countries were trying to prevent that from happening into their countries, into their continent. So that's why we saw them invade. And that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in episode 46 of Where Civilization Started Over. Goodbye.